Example number 2 for section 3.3. We have this problem here where we're talking about stats in 2013 from Six Flags St. Louis, where it says that 2 general admission tickets and 3 tickets for children cost $239.95. And then also 1 general admission ticket and 4 tickets for children cost $224.95. Determine the ticket price for the general admission and for children. Great. So using our steps that we learned from example number 1, so I'm just going to pop back on that real quick here. We learned that step 1 was to read the problem carefully. What information is given, what can be found. Step number 2, assign variables. Make a sketch if you need to. Step 3, write a system of equations. Step 4 is to solve. And then step 5 is to label your answers appropriately because it's in the context of a problem. So whatever your dimensions are or your units, and does your answer make sense, right? And then of course check it in the words of the original problem there. All right, great. So let's go ahead and do something similar here. So first of all, what is it that we're trying to find? Well, it says right here, usually at the end, we want to determine the ticket price of the general admission and for the children. So it's the ticket prices right there. Okay, so step 1 is just what is it that we need to find. Step 2 is to assign some variables. So it kind of looks like we want to find out 2 things, right? So I'm just going to say I'm going to let G equal general admission. So this is going to be my general tickets. And then I'm going to let C equal our children tickets. Okay, so we'll use C and G as our variables here that we want to solve for. So let's take a look at our first situation. It says that 2 general admission tickets, so 2 general admission tickets and 3 children tickets plus 3 children tickets. If you were to add all that up, that should be a total of $239.95, right? Cool beans. And then they give us another scenario, 1 general admission ticket, so that's 1G. And again, in mathematics, we don't write the 1 there. It's always there, but we don't write it down. 1 general admission ticket and 4 children tickets, so 4C, that equals $224.95. Great. So step 3, which we just did, we just created a system of equations. Step 4 now is to solve this bad boy. And again, we can use the graphing method, the substitution method, elimination. It really is up to us and what we want to do here. So let's see here. We can either just do substitution. I'm thinking that's what we want to do right now. Let's see here. So let's go ahead then and just subtract 4C on both sides, and then we can have G, so we can do the substitution method. So if I subtract 4C from both sides, I'm going to get 1 general admission ticket is $224.95 minus 4C. Okay, which is nice because now when we look at our second equation, we can go ahead and substitute that, right? I can take this guy right here and substitute that in for G because that's what G equals. All right, so let's go ahead and do that bad boy. So I'm going to use this equation right here. Okay, so 2 times G, okay, which is 224.95. Probably need to erase a little bit there. Minus 4C. Again, so this is 2 times G, this whole thing's G, plus 3C equals $239.95. Great. So let's go ahead and multiply. 2 times 224.95, that's going to give us 449.90. Minus 2 times 4C is a negative 8C. Drop down to 3C, and that's 239.95. I can combine these guys right here, right? So if I subtract 449 and combine these guys, I'm going to do both of these in one step here. I'm going to get negative 5c is equal to negative 209.95. So what I just did right now is I did two steps. I did negative 8c plus 3c is negative 5c, and then I subtracted 449.90 from 239.95, and I got my negative 209.95 there. Okay. So now if I divide both sides by negative 5, I'll get my C value of $41.99. So I'll go ahead and put my dollar sign there since I want my context. So that's how much one child ticket is, $41.99. So if we look back up right there versus general admission, so I'm going to use this equation now, right? General admission is equal to $224.95 minus 4 times the price of one child ticket, $41.99. Great. So if we do that and put that in, that would give us $56.99. Great. So that's going to be our general admission right there. Great. So step 4 or 5 is basically, does it kind of make sense in the context of our problem? Well, if you kind of look right here, 2 times G plus 3 times C. Yeah, this is about 50, that's 100, and then another about 80, 100. Yeah, so it's going to be very close to 239. So we know that just by estimating, that's going to make sense. And then what you can do is take these values, 56.99 and 41.99, plug those back in to the original system of equations. You can plug in here, here and here, and you're going to get you should get the exact same thing on the left and the right side.